Hey, what's going on, Rockstars? Welcome into the channel. Thanks for joining me Friday, December 6th, 2024. Huge update. If you own a business in this country, in the United States of America, this is huge. You need to know this. Please listen up. So I did a video earlier this year about a law called the CTA. It's the Corporate Transparency Act that the government passed actually back in 21. And what this law says is that they want to collect information from all businesses, US, and if you have any international locations or offices or you operate outside of this country, in addition to being in this country. The reason that this law was created to collect information was to stop people doing illegal business and crime like money laundering and overseas trafficking and things of that nature, but also to be able to track who owns a business and who's responsible for that business. This came about partially because of the Amazon lawsuit that I mentioned to you guys in another video, where a young lady was walking her dog. She had bought one of those retractable leashes on Amazon. And if you've been on my channel for a while, you know this story. And the leash snapped. It broke, and the metal piece that hooks onto your dog, it flew up. It just snapped back, hit her in the eye. She actually lost her eye. And the person that she bought the leash from was a Chinese company selling on Amazon. She went to file a lawsuit against them, clearly as the manufacturer, the seller of the product, and they were gone. They were like a mystery Chinese ghost company. And so she immediately went to Amazon and said, hey, I can't get a hold of these people. They're gone. I'm suing you. And Amazon said, whoa, we're not responsible for this. They're responsible. We're just the marketplace. So she took it to federal court. As far as I know, it's still in the court systems. I haven't seen an update on it, but the judge ruled temporarily, at least, that Amazon was in fact partially responsible for this lady's medical care. And obviously she was sued for millions of dollars in punitive damages. So that turned the government into, on top of their criminal enterprise stuff, saying, hey, we need to be able to track these companies in the event that something bad happens, like the eye, and, see who the owner is and put liability and responsibility on them. And so I'm all about that. I agree with that. We don't want criminals, the Chinese criminals or Indian criminals or Russians, coming in and doing money laundering through websites and eBay and Amazon and ruining it for us. And in the event, as somebody who buys a lot of stuff on eBay and Amazon, if I buy a hoverboard and it burns down my house, or I buy a dog leash and it takes my eye out, somebody's got to be responsible for this, right? So I'm all on board for that. Now, a lot of people don't like this because they don't want to give the government all their information. First of all, you already give the government a lot of your information, and people are like, well, I don't want to give them any more information. It's very basic information that you have to give them. Second of all, if we want to protect stuff, we take the good with the bad. So the Corporate Transparency Act required by January 1st of 2025 for you to submit all of your information, or you can face 2 years in prison, a $10,000 fine, and $500 a day additional. It's actually $591 a day above and beyond that fine for not submitting the information. So it's called the Business Owners Information, BOI, and it's put into a website from the government called the FinCen website, the financial crimes website. It's very easy. I'm going to link it below. All you do is you go to the website and you submit your information. It's like name, address, business name, and your tax ID number, or your EIN or your social security number. That's it. That's the whole thing. It's like literally takes 2 minutes. Well, there's been an update to it as of yesterday/Wednesday. You had until January 1st to do it. You needed it done by New Year's Eve. They've halted it. They're saying it's not going to be required by January 1st, and they're going to update it as far as what they're collecting and when. You are still welcome to go submit it. And here's my recommendation. If you haven't done it already, I would recommend you do it, because here's what my fear is, that you guys are going to say, oh, okay, I forgot to do it. I was about to go do it, but now they've halted it, so I'm not going to do it. And then, sometime in January, they come out with an announcement saying, okay, we've given you until June 1st. You got to get it all in. And then you forget, or you don't see the news updates, or you don't see my videos, which I can't believe you wouldn't see my videos, because you're definitely going to like this video and you're definitely going to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss these updates. But you miss it for some reason, and then you end up getting in big trouble because the new timeline comes around and you don't know about it. So I would say just go do it. Since you're sitting here listening, or put an alarm, put something in your calendar, and just get it done before the 1st. You won't be fined if you forget, so don't freak out. But in January, you can do it as well. Just get it done as soon as you can. Now, who needs to do this? Anybody with an LLC or a corporation, 100% you have to do it. If you operate as an individual or a sole proprietor or even a single owner LLC, single owner LLCs need to do it, but as a sole prop and an individual, it doesn't specifically say that you have to do it. It does say any other business that was created with a Secretary of State or with a similar office like the Department of Revenue that we have here in Florida. So even though it doesn't say sole props or individuals have to do it, it's kind of putting it out there. Like if you're any other business that was created within your state, you need to do it, which should be pretty much every other business. So for example, when I was a sole proprietor, my LLC I've had it'll be 12 years in January. But before that, I was an individual. I was like a sole prop. I still registered with my state in order to get my sales tax certificate and get, a legitimate business and secure the name here in Florida. So even if you aren't an LLC or corporation, you should be registered with your state. And if you're registered with your state, you look like you fall into who needs to do this. So even if you haven't registered with your state yet and you plan to or you need to, I would still just go do it because it's just going to ask you for your social security number and your information. Go put it in there and you're all set. You're clear. You don't have to think about it again. The only reason you would go back to this site and fill it out is if you changed addresses, if you move, if your business moves, or like maybe you're a young lady who gets married and you change your name and you're now the business owner and your last name's changed, you would have to update that or your phone number, email, or any of that information. Again, it's like a 2-minute thing. Just go do it. I'll link it below, get it done. But officially, as of December 4th/5th, it is on halt. You do not have to have this done by the 1st. You did have to have it done. And the scary thing is they don't make this like worldwide known. As a business owner, it's your job to keep up on this stuff, which is why you should definitely subscribe to this channel because I keep up on all of this for all of you. I'm not a tax professional or a lawyer, but I definitely give you the information that you need to go get it done. And a lot of people would not have known about this, which is probably why they halted it. And then you would, January 1st would come, you would go in there and they would send you a fine, like start fining you $591 a day. Now you could hide out and try not to tell them and hope they don't find out. I'm sure there's some people that want to be scummy and do that. But all you're doing, if you're a good person and a good seller, is just letting people know like, hey, here's me, here's who I am. And if there's any issues, get in touch with me. The only people hiding from this are Russians and Chinese and people trying to do bad stuff and shady stuff. So if that's not you, you're all set. Link is down below. Go check it out. I'll cut this video short right now so you guys can get that done and get back to your work day, get back to your weekend. Enjoy it. Have fun. Make some money, guys. I appreciate everyone being here. I love all of you. And happy December 6th, Friday, TGIF. If you need help with your eBay store, guys, I do still do store reviews. Everybody's been asking. Yes, I do them for 1 week, 2 weeks, and 4 weeks. You can email me, rockstarflipper@gmail.com. I'll get you the information and the pricing. Or you can also pick up the 2025 reseller and social media bundle, which has an option to add a store review onto that. So both of those options are linked below. Check those out in the description box and my pinned top comment as always. And until next time, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you guys later.